what you might notice is I went online and I looked for what would it look like if we were really together. And I found an image. This is inside of the student union. It's one of the conference rooms. And if you look very closely, there's food on the table for you. Unfortunately, we're not together. And what I can tell very quickly is how fun it would be to have colleagues and friends together, because of course Zoom is not near the same, but at least it's better than just pre-recorded, right? So hopefully we'll have some time commingled in here and at the end for some catching up, which is maybe what we would do if we were sitting around tables together. So anyway, let me go ahead and get started. So first of all, for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting in person, my name is Janice Turpenny, and I am the Wayne Davis Chair and Dean of the Tickle College of Engineering. I am delighted to be here with you. Sadly, we've waited since March, actually, to honor our college award winners during this special evening, but thanks to the pandemic, here we are. We decided that we shouldn't delay it any farther, really. I started as the dean in July of 2019, so over half of it, unfortunately, has been in the pandemic. But I would say, nevertheless, there's lots of wonderful things going on in the college. We are very much a can-do community, and it's really a privilege that I've had working with everyone. The faculty, the staff, our alumni, our board, it's amazing the dedication that is out there. I am continuously impressed by all of your collective efforts to really make not only the college, but a better place, but world renowned, honestly. First, I'd like to thank all of you for attending the celebration. We are honoring our winners virtually this year, as you are aware. We're excited to welcome more attendees this year than ever before. Had we been in the student union, which I believe I was told was the last place that the event was held together, we would have had limited capacity. If we're looking on the positive side, by doing this on Zoom, we have no limits to the capacity, so that's a good thing. Traditionally, again, we would have had a dinner, and sorry about that. I'm not sure what we would have had for dessert, but I'm sure it would have been yummy. At any rate, I would certainly like to also recognize, normally I would, our VIPs that are with us. All of the award winners, I think that you're going to enjoy the program. Parts of it are live, parts of it are recorded, but the nice part was that we decided to not do this as a webinar so that you can actually see one another's faces, including the award winners, while their awards are announced. And I guess you could put your hands up and give applause too. So I'd like to, of course, especially recognize Wayne Davis, who's here with us this evening to win the Nathan W. Dougherty Award winner, along with his family this evening. So that's the highest level award given in our college, and well-deserved. We're very proud. Our Board of Advisors and Board of Advisors Emeritus members are with us. Some of them are with us too. This is a very influential alumni group, not entirely alumni. We've mixed in some leaders who are not our alum also, but at any rate, who are either currently or who have previously served and who continue to be strong advocates for the college. We really appreciate your service to the college and our board. And of course, tomorrow we have a board meeting, so don't relax too much this evening because we have plenty of work cut out for you. I'd like to also recognize former board members Todd Apple and Steve Welch. Their membership terms on the Board of Advisors concluded this past spring, but we really appreciate both of your service on the board. Misty Mays, and I haven't scrolled through all of the pictures to see whether Misty is with us. I hope so. Our past Board of Advisors chair. She's actually served a 2-year term with us that concluded in the spring. Misty, thank you very much for your service. And our the new chair is Kavanaugh Mims. Kavanaugh has been on the board, I believe, for quite some time. He began as chair earlier this fall. I've already had a number of conversations with Kavanaugh and looking forward to continuing to work closely with him and the board, going forward. So please join me in expressing your gratitude to these special guests. Again, thank you very much to everybody. It's such an awesome group. I truly do feel quite honored and privileged to be a part of this college. Okay, so we'll now begin the presentation of awards. Our first presentations will recognize staff achievements, and after that, we'll move on to faculty awards. So now, Justin, you are the master of the technology.
All right. Let's see if we can get the share going here. Oh, come on.
Hey Justin, how you doing, bud?
Doing good.
I've mentioned to you previously, I had the honor of joining the Tickle College of Engineering as the dean, and just last year in July of 2019. It didn't take long after I joined to find out what a wonderful group of faculty, staff, and students we have here in the college. One of the groups, our staff, certainly are so valuable, and in fact are the backbone of pretty much everything that we do and how we function throughout the college. A staff advisory council was formed with a representative from every department and every unit in the college. And it's just wonderful to see this group grow and flourish, building a community of support of one another amongst themselves. One of the tasks that they took on was actually a review of the awards and recognitions that the college has historically provided for staff. And from that discussion, and with meetings with myself, as well as associate deans, it was decided that indeed we should double the number of awards that are available to staff, because truly they are at the heart and the core of the functioning of our college. They actually help to support the success of our students, a student body of undergraduates that's nearly doubled in the last 15 years, and a group of graduate students, PhD students, that have grown by 30% over a relatively short period of time too. And in fact, of course, our faculty and their research and their functioning and their teaching all require the support of staff. And we are just so very fortunate to have so many. It is a pleasure for me now to introduce Amber White, who's going to proceed, tell you a little bit more about this set of awardees and recognitions of our very valuable staff in the college. I know that we don't have enough awards to give to everyone who was nominated, but please know how much you are valued, appreciated, and I'm just so delighted to work together with you. So here, Amber, you're on. Thank you again.
Our first presentation this evening is the Pass the Torch Award. This award is intended to recognize a staff member who demonstrates all-around achievement and exceptional service to the college or community at large. The recipient of this award is Amanda Lovelace, undergraduate advisor in nuclear engineering. Amanda goes above and beyond in her work to help others and does so with a degree of excellence, professionalism, and integrity that is unmatched, thus contributing significantly to improving the overall environment and experience of the nuclear engineering department and TCE. She joyfully volunteers to assist with recruitment and community outreach efforts. She helps with scheduling departmental tours with prospective students, and she is always willing to go the extra mile to help students and make them feel welcome. Congratulations, Amanda. Next, the Supervisor of the Year Award is presented to Kim Kallstrom, Assistant Director of the Reliability and Maintainability Center. This award recognizes a staff member who excels at supervising their team. Kim sets high expectations but walks the walk to demonstrate the standards that she expects. She's a model of integrity and fairness and always wants her employees to actualize their best selves. Kim's ability to infuse energy, passion, commitment, and connection into the RMC's mission and direction is essential to their continued growth. Kim encourages outside professional development and any opportunity that will enrich her employees. She's supportive and generous with her advice, and we celebrate her tonight. Our third award is the Sidekick Salute. Everyone needs a trusty sidekick. This award acknowledges a coworker or teammate who has gone the extra mile in helping the team on a project, is always looking to make sure the team has everything they need, or has performed a special act of kindness or service that has had a positive impact on the team or department. Congratulations to Ruth Ann Moyers, Financial Specialist for Mechanical, Aerospace, and Biomedical Engineering. According to her nomination, the department could not run as smoothly as it does without Ruth Ann's knowledge of UTK policy and her willingness to continue to grow and learn every day. She is a dedicated UTK employee and loves helping people. Her team will be forever grateful for her dedication. Thank you for your service, Ruth Ann. The next recipient was nominated for almost every category. Her nominators all spoke so highly of her, and the awards committee was very impressed. She was ultimately chosen for the Inspirational Leadership Award. This award recognizes an individual who inspires others. They often put the interests of others ahead of their own and serve as a champion for staff. The Inspirational Leadership Award goes to Jada Huskey, Director of the Engineering Research Office. Jada has been referred to by her peers as their personal UT cheerleader. She consistently encourages her colleagues to take advantage of professional growth opportunities. She offers insight and support to TCE staff members contemplating furthering their education. Jada is a big proponent of continuing education, both through formal programs and informal collaborations. These collaborations allow for her colleagues to enhance their professional lives, and they have a direct impact on creating better efficiency, productivity, and effectiveness among the TCE staff. Business managers and unit directors go to her to bounce around ideas and for advice, and administrators look to her for support. Well deserved, Jada. The next staff award is the Commitment to Excellence Award. The very deserving recipient is Markus Iturriaga Woeifel, IT Administrator for Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. This award recognizes a staff member who has contributed at least 10 years of service to the college. Markus has continually demonstrated exceptional leadership and exemplary service to engineering students, staff, and the full TCE community. One of his nominators stated that Markus has resurrected broken research servers to preserve data and stayed late in the evening to upgrade stubborn software licenses so lab sections could proceed without hiccups. Day in and day out, Markus shows a deep commitment to the proper operation of his department for the good of the students, faculty, and staff. As a leader, Markus is highlighted by swiftness of response, courteousness, competence, and the ability to think outside the box for solutions. Thank you for your service and congratulations, Markus. The Commitment to Inclusive Community Award is presented to Ann Skutnik, Education Coordinator of Current. This award recognizes an individual within the college who has demonstrated a commitment to diversity and inclusion with consideration for affordability, identity, access, and ability. The Commitment to Inclusive Community Award recipient demonstrates an exceptional understanding of diversity and inclusiveness beyond the call of duty. Anne epitomizes this award due to her efforts in providing engineering awareness through Adventures in STEM Camp for Girls, collaborating with college-wide diversity program efforts, and engaging the Knoxville community to provide awareness of current and TCE diversity programs to underserved communities. She has made an influential impact in providing diversity and inclusion awareness, and we appreciate those efforts. Congratulations, Anne. I'm proud to present Hannah Swan with the Emerging Leader Award. As an undergraduate advisor in MSE, she exceeds all the responsibilities of her position in a manner that demonstrates a commitment to departmental success and ambition to progress in her current role. According to her nomination packet, Hannah has embraced and strengthened the MSE community by going above and beyond her assigned roles as an advisor. She actively takes on leadership roles in planning MSc community building exercises. She played an MSc kickball tournament and MSc trivia nights in which faculty, staff, students, and alumni have all participated. Hannah is an amazing resource to the department, and her work and commitment is deeply valued. Congratulations, Hannah. And finally, I am very proud to present the Circle of Excellence Teamwork Award to TCE Communications Office. This award recognizes a group or staff within an office who have worked together in an exceptional manner to perform an assigned task. As a result of working as a team, the department, office, college, or university should have benefited in more ways than one. Members of TCE Communications Office include Christy Kennedy, Adria Amos, Kevin Bogle, Randall Brown, Melissa Callahan, Andy Gallagher, Kathy Williams, Mitchell Williamson, David Goddard, and Ellen Young. This team makes a significant impact on our college's communication efforts. They consistently spread our messaging to faculty, staff, students, alumni, and many more. Their efforts continue to provide awareness and keep us all connected. We all have very busy semesters and their workload constantly increases, yet they take on projects with enthusiasm. We appreciate each of you and your efforts as individuals and as a team. Thank you. Please join me once more to congratulate our outstanding staff members of the Tickle College of Engineering. We're so proud of each winner this evening and are appreciative of their service and commitment. As you know, there were many nominees and a host of employees who deserve to be recognized today. I'd like to express my gratitude on behalf of the Staff Advisory Council and Dean Turpinny to all of our staff college-wide for their dedication and hard work, especially over the last few months. Your service and commitment do not go unnoticed. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I won't be needing that. I was told to make this presentation both under 60 seconds and also to try to be funny. I can assure you neither of these is likely to occur. I am Paul Freimeyer, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Engagement in the Tickle College of Engineering. It's always a great pleasure to be able to recognize some of our outstanding faculty. The first faculty awards for the night are the Outstanding Faculty Service Awards. These awards are funded by the Jeff and Janet Davis Endowment, which was created in 1989 to support faculty. There are three distinct faculty service award categories: outreach and engagement, service to the college, and service to the discipline. There are two winners of the award for outreach and engagement. The first recipient of the award for outstanding outreach and engagement is Chen Fei Chen, Research Associate Professor, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, also Director of Education and Diversity for the NSF-funded Center for Ultra-Wide Area Resilient Electrical Energy Transmission Networks, also known as CURRENT. Dr. Chen not only works within the college, but also engages the local community and nation. She designed and supervised CURRENT's 90-person REU program that brought in undergraduates from all over the U.S. to participate in the center's research. She has a passion for promoting sustainability and renewable energy that led her to receive the Distinguished Service Award from the International Energy Agency in their Buildings and Communities program. Congratulations to Professor Chen Fei Chen. This year's co-recipient of the award for Outstanding Research and Engagement is Jennifer Rutherford, Senior Lecturer, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Rutherford teaches the Senior Design Sequence in Civil and Environmental Engineering. In the fall of 2019, Dr. Rutherford worked with teams of 4 to 6 students on 17 different community-based projects, and not only Knox, but several surrounding counties as well. Probably the most impactful project involved the Natchez Trace Bridge in Williamson County, south of Nashville. Due to its height and low bridge railing, the bridge has been the site of 36 suicides. Dr. Rutherford's student team generated 3 conceptual designs integrating an improved barrier system. Funding has been secured by the state, and construction on a safer barrier is scheduled to begin in 2023. Congratulations to Dr. Jennifer Rutherford. We now move to college level service. This year's award recipient for outstanding service to the college is Daniel Costanet, Associate Professor, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Costanet is also a participant in Current. His nomination was based on his work as Diversity Co-Director of Current. Dr. Costanet was charged with developing and leading new programs to improve recruitment and retention in Current. As a result of these efforts, the center went from 0% participation by multiple minority groups to leading national averages for 3 years running. Congratulations to Professor Daniel Costanet. Finally, we have a disciplinary service. This year's award recipient for outstanding service to the discipline is Michaela Topher, Dangara Professor, Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Topher has an unimpeachable reputation as a scholar and is passionate about supporting the high-performance computing community. In 2019, she was elected the General Conference Chair of the ACM IEEE International Conference for High-Performance Computing, Networking, and Storage and Analysis, with an attendance of over 13,900, which was a record for the conference. Congratulations to Professor Topher. The Moses E. and Mame Brooks Distinguished Professor Award is the oldest faculty award in the college, established in 1972. It recognizes effectiveness in teaching and distinction in an area of engineering practice. The 2020 Brooks Distinguished Professor Awardee is Andy Sarles, Associate Professor in Mechanical, Aerospace, and Biomedical Engineering, also known as MABE. Dr. Sarles is known in MABE for receiving high scores on his students' assessment of teaching effectiveness in very large sections while maintaining a degree of rigor and challenge. During a recent peer teaching evaluation, a faculty member observing his class wrote, "He is a natural teacher with excellent skills and a professor who invests substantial time into his teaching preparations and duties." Although a recent associate professor promotion, Dr. Sarles' research team has submitted 6 provisional patents, 2 of which have been awarded and licensed, one of these by a company formed by 2 former students. Please join me in congratulating Professor Andy Sarles, Associate Professor in MABE, as this year's Moses and Mame Brooks Distinguished Professor. The Charles E. Ferris Faculty Award is given to a faculty member who has a distinguished record of research and teaching in the area of technology advancement and is involved in the community. This year's recipient is Chris Cherry, Professor in Civil and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Cherry's research interests include transportation safety and transportation modes with low environmental impact. There are several prominent examples of his work in the community. As a frequent user of the Knoxville Greenways, I particularly noted his work as Vice Chair of the Knoxville Greenway Commission, charged with assessing the potential for extending the Knoxville Greenway system. This work resulted in the construction of several new greenways. Congratulations to Professor Chris Cherry. Finally, I'd like to add my own congratulations to all of our college award winners as well. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Tickle College of Engineering Faculty Teaching Awards portion of today's event. I'm Aslam Kılıç, Associate Dean of Academic and Student Affairs in the college. As the Associate Dean responsible for all student and curriculum-related matters, I'm honored to be recognizing 6 of our distinguished faculty members who have demonstrated exceptional dedication to the education of our students. They are the candles that light the way for our students. We have a number of Teaching Fellow Awards that we want to present today. All of these Teaching Fellow Awards recognize faculty who have an exceptional record of teaching, outstanding teaching skills, an ability to motivate students, and strong performance in teaching-related service activities. The Tickle College of Engineering Teaching Fellow Awards are jointly funded by the Charles and Julie Wharton, Frank C. Smart, Weston Fulton, and McCamey Endowments. I am pleased to award 6 Teaching Fellow Awards to our worthy faculty today. I'll be presenting them in alphabetical order. First, Steve Abel, Assistant Professor in Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. Steve says he has enjoyed teaching for as long as he can remember and feels lucky to be able to teach as part of his job. Steve, we are luckier to have you as a colleague. He says his approach to teaching is embodied by a quote often attributed to Einstein. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Considering the student remarks that say, Dr. Abel is probably the best lecturer I've ever had, or Professor Abel is easily my favorite professor I've had in college so far. He teaches in a way that's easy to understand by breaking down the material and explaining the details. I say, you have certainly mastered this attribute, Steve. By the way, I asked our awardees if they can share something personal with us tonight, and I found out that Steve is also a cellist. Congratulations, Professor Steve Abel. Our next Teaching Fellow Award recipient is Tim Truster, Associate Professor in Civil and Environmental Engineering. Tim says he has always enjoyed helping others learn since middle school, and his love of engineering mechanics and ability to explain it and connect with students is the major reason he pursued an academic career. He is motivated by the spark he sees in his students when they get the subject matter. We are fortunate that you joined our college, Tim. Congratulations to Professor Tim Truster. The next Teaching Fellow recipient is Ben Blaylock, Professor in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Ben is actually one of our own graduates. While a senior electrical engineering student here at UT, he had the opportunity to work as an undergraduate teaching assistant, helping junior level students with their electronic projects in the laboratory. Ben says it was this experience that solidified his decision to pursue a career in academia. Interesting enough, Ben is a second-generation faculty on our campus. His father also taught electronics for our college for 38 years. Ben says working with UT students is a privilege. UT is thankful for generations of exemplary teaching from the Blaylock family. Join me in congratulating Professor Ben Blaylock. I would like to congratulate our 4th Teaching Fellow recipient, David Donovan, Assistant Professor in Nuclear Engineering. David helped establish a new specialty area of nuclear fusion technology and created 5 new courses to offer students a broad educational experience in plasma physics and fusion technology. David says his biggest motivation in creating new courses has been the excitement and enthusiasm of his students. They would take the first couple courses and then keep asking more questions that expand into neighboring topics until David would decide to go ahead and create another course. We all appreciate the effort that goes in creating a new course from scratch. David says it is some of the most satisfying work to see students so excited to learn. I have no doubt the excitement stems from the inspirational teaching. Congratulations to Assistant Professor David Donovan. Our final Tickle College of Engineering Teaching Fellow recipient is Stephen Mars, lecturer in electrical engineering and computer science. Stephen joined us from US Air Force, where he was a helicopter pilot and was giving instructions on how to operate a Payhawk rescue helicopter. A combat injury led way to him pursuing a PhD degree, and he says, coming to UT with a military experience, he may have been a bit hard on the students. Sometimes tough love is what is needed, Dr. Mars. Stephen says his mentor, Brad Vanders Zanden, has inspired him to be the teacher he is today. Join me in congratulating Professor Stephen Mars. Now, one more award. This is a named award, the Leon and Nancy Cole Teaching Fellow Award. Like the Teaching Fellow Awards, this award recognizes exceptional teaching and contributions to the teaching mission of the college. The winner of the Leon and Nancy Cole Teaching Fellow Award is selected from the Teaching Fellows as the most meritorious nominee. I am proud to present the 2020 Leon and Nancy Cole Teaching Fellow Award to Elizabeth Barker, Assistant Professor in Mechanical, Aerospace, and Biomedical Engineering. I first got to know Libby when I heard we had a visitor faint during the Big Orange preview event last fall. It was in the Syndaver lab. That was one immersive experience for that visitor. Dr. Barker was the first engineering faculty, and our biomedical engineering program was the first engineering program to incorporate the use of a Syndaver into the curriculum. Since she joined us in 2013, Libby placed over 100 undergraduate biomedical engineering students in research laboratories across the campus. These students have contributed to research in neuroscience, trauma, diabetes and inflammation, cancer, data analytics, and additive manufacturing. As the career advisor for our biomedical engineering program, Libby was able to place more than 30 students in highly rated PhD programs at universities and research centers across the nation. Most of these students have been underrepresented minorities. Libby was a born engineer. A personal, fascinating fact you may want to know about her is that she actually helped her dad build her first car. And when she finished her PhD, her dad had it painted UT orange. Please join me in congratulating Professor Libby Barker as this year's Leon and Nancy Cole Teaching Fellow awardee. Thank you. This concludes the Teaching Fellow Awards for our college.
Greetings. I'm Bill Dunn, Associate Dean for Research in the Tickle College of Engineering, with the enjoyable responsibility of recognizing faculty colleagues who are making great contributions to our college's research and scholarly achievements. As you have seen and will see, each faculty awardee is represented by a slide that shows a picture of them, their official titles, and the text explaining their contribution. My narration role, while you are viewing each slide, is to provide you with some context about each of these worthy recipients. So let us begin with the Dean's new Faculty Research Excellence Award for assistant professors who, during their first 3 years of service in the college, achieved extraordinary success in external funding. Our awardee this year is Jim Coder, who has received this award in all 3 years of his time at UTK through his outstanding achievement of being the lead PI University industry partnership with $10 million of NASA funding to develop an ultra-efficient aerodynamic wing for the future generation passenger jet. In parallel, Jim encourages female students to pursue computationally based research solutions for aircraft-related real-world problems. So Jim, thanks for broadening the engineering community and congrats. Now, turning to the Professional Promise in Research Award, this award faculty members who have successfully commenced research programs garnering external recognition. This year, we also are recognizing 4 recipients with strong collaboration skills that amplify their research success. Our first awardee is Steve Abel, who is a people person, as demonstrated by the teaching award that he's already received. Steve's people skills advance his computational insights based in physics about biological situations involving cells, immunology, and soft biological materials through partnering with folks in physics, UT Health Science Center, ORNL, the University of Nebraska, and beyond. These skills are also front and center in his mentoring of graduate students who go on to careers as postdocs at Johnson & Johnson, at ExxonMobil Research, and as data scientists. So congrats to Steve for building his successful, people-centric research program. Our second awardee is Jamie Coble, who uses data analytics and system dynamics models to engage an array of research interests and collaborations. While she began with a focus on nuclear reactor behavior and control, her well-funded research collaborations now involve colleagues in computer science and cybersecurity, automotive engineering and military vehicle performance, and industrial engineering with an interest in optimizing risk-informed maintenance. More on that later with another awardee. So Jamie, thanks for being a well-liked and respected colleague, and congrats. Our third awardee is Nicole McFarlane, who seeks to develop nimble, capable sensors to yield key information in providing critical insights into a host of real-world situations. Nicole has an easygoing readiness to collaborate with others that enable this diverse array of opportunities to leverage her passion for sensor development. Also, let me just add, Nicole has grit. So when the going gets difficult and you are a collaborator, you are fortunate to have Nicole beside you to help because she will carry through and complete. Congrats, Nicole. Completing our group of awardees is Jim Ostrowski, who freely admits to being an applied mathematician who finds solutions that others might think of as engineering. As his citation indicates, Jim works with electrical engineers to optimize electrical system performance, and now he's diving into the magic of quantum computers with different collaborators in physics and ORNL. Plus, he's collaborating with Jamie Coble and other colleagues about optimizing risk-informed maintenance. So there's the connection amongst the four. So while Jim has the monastic tendencies of a mathematician, he brings those insights successfully to working with others. Thanks and congrats, Jim. Now we turn to the Research Achievement Awards that honor our more experienced faculty colleagues who have and are creating substantial research programs which are recognized both nationally and internationally. Our first achievement awardee is Jason Hayward, who simply was the most productive assistant professor in college history. Then he was the most productive associate professor in college history. Now he is a full professor with a diverse set of research interests, funding sources, and collaborators. So for our full professors in the college, including the governor's chairs, look out. Your excellent colleague Jason is coming along. Buckle up. Congrats, Jason. Our second awardee, Ming Jin, is a true research leader. Virtually every research problem that he engages is approached with the notion that it would be best resolved with an interdisciplinary team that draws together needed expertise. Then Ming has the personality to help bring these groups of independent academicians together to collaborate to tackle a problem. He can lead, he can share, and he can defer as needed. We are fortunate to have such a colleague. Congrats. Our third awardee is David Mandrus. You may not realize it, but we're all living in David's world. He has that amused, mischievous approach to tackling research that really enjoys being surprised by the unexpected outcome. Further, his adeptness with physical intuitions and mathematics powerfully combine to tease out peculiar and useful material behaviors. Fortunately, many others recognize these traits in David and wisely choose to collaborate with him or place him in a position to provide thoughtful advice. Glad to be in your world. Congrats, David. Our fourth awardee is Dayakar Penumadu. When describing Dayakar, words such as intense, focused, and able to smile come to mind. Further, he's definitely both a researcher and an engineer determined to find real-world applications for his work. Hence, Dayakar is a cornerstone of the UT-Eastman relationship, the developing UT-Volkswagen relationship, and efforts to create engineered outcomes that companies are licensing or intend to license. Thanks for being a research-driven engineer, and congrats, Dayakar. Rounding out this group of awardees, literally, is Philip Rapp. As you can see in his citation, he's an outstanding researcher. He achieves all of these outcomes while also being jointly appointed ORNL with their related responsibilities and expectations. Yet there is Philip in the department being a committed teacher, serving as associate head, and taking on the challenging service responsibilities that others avoid. Bottom line, when building a department, you want Philip on your faculty. So congrats, Philip, for this well-deserved award. Finally, the Translational Research Award recognizes a faculty member whose research is achieving societal benefit through the development of intellectual property. Dustin Crouch is our award recipient this year. Simply, Dustin cares, and his research is driven by the desire to help others recover our mobility due to damaging, even traumatic accidents, birth conditions, and degenerative sources of pain. He's developing assistive technologies to improve mobility that involve wearable exoskeletons or neural-driven controllers for robotic prosthetics. Thanks for your efforts, and congrats, Dustin. Please join me in congratulating Dustin and all the other research awards recipients by whatever means you think appropriate in this virtual environment. Thanks to all of them for their quite substantial contributions to the research of the college and the university. Now, I defer to Dean Turpenny for a very important award and a very important award recipient, who I might know a few things about, but now just probably isn't the time to talk about them. Congrats, Wayne.
Okay. Justin, are we back?
Yeah, we're back here. I'll share the other slide here coming up.
I hope that some of you had fun scrolling through the pages, looking for the people that were award winners so that you could enjoy their smiles on their faces, as well as some of the colleagues. I'm happy to know that we're actually recording and saving some of the chats too, because I think that some of the award winners will certainly want to save these. Okay, so the next award is the Nathan W. Dougherty Award, the highest accolade given by the Tickle College of Engineering. It was created in 1957 by alumni, faculty, and friends as a tribute to Dean Dougherty. Recognizing Dougherty's success in engineering and education, the award singles out those who have brought honor and distinction to the college through their achievements, or who have made significant contributions to the engineering profession in Tennessee through their professional activities, and has been given annually since 1957. This year's recipient is none other than Wayne T. Davis. Wayne came to UT in 1971 as a graduate student in civil and environmental engineering and stayed for more than 45 years before retiring from the top position on campus. Davis earned his master's and doctorate from CEE in 1973 and 1975, respectively, having earned his bachelor's from Pfeiffer College in '69 and master's from Clemson in '71, both in physics. Prior to becoming dean, Davis served stints as assistant dean of graduate school from 1985 until 1988, and as its associate dean from 1988 until 1991. He was named University Mace Bearer in 2003, the highest faculty honor bestowed by the university. He was serving as the college's associate dean for research and technology in 2008 when he stepped in as interim dean for a year before being asked to serve permanently. Under his watch, the college saw tremendous growth, including the opening of the MinCal Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Building and the John D. Tickle Engineering Building. The design and beginning of the construction of the new $129 million new engineering complex, actually, which was recently named the Xena Engineering Complex, at or near doubling of undergraduate and graduate enrollment, major increases in research expenditures and the number of endowed faculty positions, and the naming of the college itself. Davis also boosted the college off campus, playing a key role in helping or establishing several joint centers and research programs with Oak Ridge National Laboratory, among others. He's received research awards and recognitions from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the Department of Energy, Department of Transportation, National Science Foundation, and many companies, and is a fellow of both the Air and Waste Management Association and American Society of Engineering Education, and a board-certified member of the American Academy of Environmental Engineering and Science, and was recently awarded the Distinguished Alumnus Award by the National Tau Beta Pi. Further afield, Davis was elected Secretary of the Global Engineering Dean's Council, served on the editorial review board for the Chinese Academy of Engineering's journal Engineering, and was an invited speaker at a CAE-sponsored conference in China. In recognition of his role as educator for shaping the Tickle College of Engineering into what it is today, and for serving as interim chancellor for a year prior to his retirement, Davis has been named the 2020 Nathan W. Dougherty Award winner. We have several special guests who would like to share their special thoughts about Wayne. Please watch this.
You take that off. So we can see it. I can't. They're controlling all that.
Wayne, congratulations on receiving the Dougherty Award from the Tickle College of Engineering. As you know, this award recognizes people's accomplishments during their entire career, and in your case, as a faculty member, administrator, and dean of the College of Engineering. Wayne, as you and I have talked many times, you were a transformational dean. During the time that you were dean, you were able to initiate differential tuition. We convinced the governor to allocate permanently $3 million additional dollars to the Tickle College of Engineering. You had significant enrollment growth. The quality of the students continued to improve. And two things that most deans never accomplish, naming the college for John Tickle, the Tickle College of Engineering, and then 4 buildings either started construction or completed construction during your time as dean. In addition to that, you had high integrity and you really thought through decisions that you made and tried to make the right decision. And that integrity and those principles that you used are a hallmark of an excellent dean. Congratulations again, Wayne.
Greetings. I understand that Dr. Davis is receiving yet another award from the college honoring his contributions to the Tickle College of Engineering. So what else is new? In all seriousness, congratulations obviously due to his receiving this prestigious award, which is the greatest honor that the Tickle College of Engineering bestows to those who serve it. I have worked with Wayne Davis over many years and obviously know of his contributions, his hard work and his commitment. Working with him over these years was very productive and enjoyable, I must say. With the possible exception of receiving too many unsolicited late night emails asking for things that needed to be done urgently. In fact, fearing that this habit may go on, some of his old colleagues try to stay away, and few have even decided, I hear, to grow disguises to remain unrecognizable. Congratulations to you, Wayne. The college could not have picked a better person for this prestigious award.
Wayne, congratulations. When I came to the College of Engineering, one of the things I remember doing frequently was going and standing in front of the Nathan W. Dougherty plaque in Perkins Hall and just looking at the names and considering the impact that these individuals had had on the college, on the university, the state, indeed on the world. It's a pretty impressive list, and now your name is going to be there. My role, of course, was to raise money with you for the College of Engineering, and we had a wonderful 10 years doing so with literally hundreds of millions of gifts that came in to transform the college, culminating in the naming and endowing of the College of Engineering, the Tickle College of Engineering. It's named, it is in perpetuity, and that's a once in the lifetime of a college event, and you were dean. What a privilege. But my favorite gift of all is the Wayne T. Davis Endowed Dean's Chair, because we pulled that one off right in front of you, right under your nose without you even knowing it, and announced it at the 175th anniversary of the college, and you were literally speechless. And that is no mean feat in and of itself. I believe that Nathan Dougherty is smiling down because he and you, both brilliant engineers, he and you, both great leaders and administrators. I believe that you continue that legacy and that it is very fitting that you are named the 2020 Nathan W. Dougherty Award recipient. Congratulations. I can't wait to go and look at that plaque with your name on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present the Nathan W. Dougherty Award to Wayne T. Davis.
Well, they have it muted, so I hope that you can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Well, first of all, congratulations to all the awardees this evening. You know, when I look at the quality of the staff and the faculty at the university, it's no wonder that deans do well in the College of Engineering. So congratulations again for all of your hard work. And I know that I'm the one standing between you and the banquet, which is right behind Janice. So I'll try to be brief, but thank you to Jimmy and to Dorothy and to Masood for the wonderful words. You'll never know how much I enjoyed working with each of you. But I am honored, I really am honored to accept the award on behalf of so many people who helped me throughout my entire career at the University of Tennessee. It's really just through those team efforts that we accomplished all the different things that we have accomplished. I couldn't even pretend to have accomplished any of those things that were mentioned without the team that we have at the university. Let me go back. I won't cover a lot of details. I am really grateful from the very beginning for two faculty who admitted me into the graduate program in environmental engineering back in 1971 on a 3 weeks notice. And before a semester started, which started me on about 49 years of continuous employment with the University of Tennessee. They did a phenomenal job. I met them on a July the 4th weekend in 1971 on a Saturday of the July 4th weekend. And, you know, I was an employee of the university from that point until I retired. I also want to go back and thank a company that supported research. We saw the research awards this evening. I was very, very fortunate as a graduate student and as what I would have considered to be a very green, young assistant professor to have a corporation who was funding our research in air quality and air pollution control, and did so for some 15 years in my initial part of my career. That company was known by many things: Carborundum, Svenska Fabriken, or SF, ABB, Alstom, and went through many, many changes over the years. But the one thing they did for me as a young professor was they took me, because I was doing research for them and helping them develop control technology, they took me to major corporations to meet with the CEOs of public utilities as their technical expert, if you will, to back them up. And I was fortunate enough to be able to then interact with CEOs and actually watch the risk-taking process in action. And I learned a lot about risk and a lot about risk-taking sitting in those meetings where the company was trying to sell a $50 million wet scrubbing system to a company who had 4 or 5 different vendors trying to do the same thing. But it was extremely valuable for a young faculty member to be able to interact with industry and to begin to understand that part of the world in which we live. one other quick comment about those early years. When I was finishing my PhD, I noticed that my daughter's online, although I don't think maybe video-wise, but I noticed that she's there, Sherry Brown. And Sherry was 2 years old when I finished my PhD, and my fondest memory of Sherry was her sitting under my card table while I was writing my dissertation to get it submitted to finish up my degree. So thank you, Sherry and family, for joining in this evening. Mike. Sorry about that. I'll also want to thank, as was mentioned earlier, the College of Engineering, the faculty, the staff, the department heads, the development office, the chancellor and the provost, who are on the emeritus chancellor is here tonight, and John Zomchek is now the provost. But thanks to that group of people for gambling on me to be a dean of the College of Engineering, which was probably the single most exciting activity that I have ever engaged in my entire life. I just can't say enough about all of those groups. And I want to re-emphasize the word development, because the development office with Dorothy and her team and Brian and his team now were just phenomenal assets to our college, and I know will continue to be in the future. Another person I'm grateful to is Min Kao. And I'm not going to mention too many people, because if I do, I have to mention all of you, and I can't do that in another 3 minutes that I have left. But I do want to express my sincere appreciation to Min Kao, because Min Kao contacted the university way back when I was an associate dean for research, and had one simple thing. He wanted to build a building, and he wanted to build it because of what his major professor had done for him. And I think that's what UT stands for. It's what most large universities stand for. It's the value that the faculty provide to those students. But he wanted to build a building in honor of the fact that he appreciated the education that he got. But Min Kao taught us something, at least me, and I think maybe development as well. He taught us the value of leveraging, because he said, I want to build a building and I'll give you X dollars, and you've got to go get 2X dollars from the state of Tennessee, and you've got 3 weeks to do it. And we fortunately pulled that off. But what he did do was set a stage for our college that was all about leveraging. Once that happened and the new EECS building was coming along, we realized that if we could leverage our assets via contributions from our alumni and friends, that we could then leverage those assets with the chancellor's office and the provost office to then leverage those assets with the state of Tennessee. And that's how all of those things happened. It was all about teamwork and about leveraging. Jimmy Cheek made some comments, and I do want to emphasize something. The team that we had with the College of Engineering and with the provost office, and particularly with the chancellor's office at that time, was unbelievable. Jimmy Cheek was the one who went to the president of the university and the governor to ask for those funds that we got as a special line item allocation to grow faculty in the College of Engineering. If it weren't for Jimmy, that would have never happened. So thank you so much, Jimmy, for caring about our college. He also is the one who, when both Min and John provided funds for the various buildings, the EECS building, the Tickle building, and the new engineering complex, it was Jimmy who then had that responsibility to take that leveraging forward to the president of the university in the state of Tennessee. So there would be a lot of things that we did not accomplish if it hadn't been for the teamwork that happened, between all the people that are on this Zoom this evening, as well as some of those who have now retired. That synergy is just, to me, unbelievable. Again, I am so appreciative of all the faculty and staff development and the university at large. I do want to say a special shout out to Bill Dunn. Bill has been involved in almost all of those activities as the person trying to make it happen from the standpoint of laying out buildings, et cetera. Bill, you did a fantastic job. You're still doing a fantastic job. I can't wait to see that new Xena engineering complex open and to celebrate that. And I hear that it's still on time, which is a totally amazing feat on the part of you and the university. I also want to say a special thanks to my family. Sylvia is here beside me. You know, if it hadn't been for her and the support she gave me, I don't know which way I would have gone, but she was very good at tolerating my complaints about things that might not be going right that day and listening to them and providing the psychological backup that was needed for me to maybe to stay semi-sane. No, you might say that I'm not sane, but at least she helped me stay sort of sane. So much thanks to her for hanging in there with me all those years at the University of Tennessee. I am truly blessed and honored to have been a part of such a fantastic college and university. I know that a lot of things happened in the past. Those of you that are on there today are making an impact right now. And some of your impacts will be the future. And that's to me, what's exciting is the fact that I see a lot of promise for the future. The college is going in a great direction under Dr. Turpenny's leadership. And the only thing I can say is I hope that each of you can be as proud of the College of Engineering family as I have been in my career at the University of Tennessee. So thank you again. I am truly honored to receive the award. And I wish each of you the very best as you move forward with the things that are happening. And before I do stop, I do want to say there are a lot of other people who created scholarships, student programs like IBEP and the Cook Honors College, the Heath IBEP program. You saw a lot of endowed professorships on some of those awardees this evening. Those are all people that help college and are truly a part of the College of Engineering's team. So again, thanks to everyone for the team that you created and are continuing to maintain. Go Vols.
Thank you so much, Wayne. At the conclusion, first of all, let me say not only a congratulations to Wayne and significant thanks for where we are today. It's an exciting time in our history, built on a lot of strength and a lot of hard work, a lot of great things to come. My sincere congratulations to the staff and the faculty who are award winners this evening. Again, in many cases, it was difficult decisions because we do have such a productive and dedicated group. This actually concludes our program. My notion is that when we first started, several of you were just having so much fun saying hello to one another. And the food on my conference tables that are behind me are really cold right now, so I'm sure you wouldn't want any of that food anyway. But what I'm thinking, Justin, is can we leave this open for a little bit, and those who would like to hang on and chat some, because we are physically not together, can we do that for a little bit?
Sure, we can run this as long as you want.
Yeah, so I'd say let's give it, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. For those of you that are less familiar with Zoom, you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner of your window, there's a little box and it has a whole bunch of little dots in it. And if